Some Elk Grove parents were shocked when their teens brought home Narcan, an overdose reversal drug. It was available after an assembly at Pleasant Grove High School.
CBS 13's Madison Keevy with reaction to the county-backed effort to educate. Madison.
Yeah, it's not what a parent expected to see when she opened her son's backpack after school, an opened box of Narcan. Now, he didn't ingest it, but he was curious, like many teens, about the medicine that he'd just learned about in an assembly at school. Now, that box of Narcan was provided to about 3,000 students if they wanted it at an assembly as an opportunity to educate. The goal of that assembly at Pleasant Grove High School in Elk Grove was to educate teens on counterfeit pills that are commonly laced with fentanyl. Now, fentanyl is a synthetic drug that's 100 times stronger than morphine. The high schooler's mother told CBS 13 she's not upset about the education, but her fear came when she learned her son's health history may make him vulnerable if he used Narcan incorrectly. Now, the county's take is focused on the impacts of fentanyl, not Narcan, that's actually safe for use outside of an overdose.
We want to normalize Narcan in our community to help people understand it's okay to have it. I mean, it's a medication that, can save, your family's life or somebody in the community that may be going through an overdose situation.
I hope every parent out there takes the time and talks to their kid about the possibility of receiving this at school.
Now, that assembly was put on in a partnership between Sac County's Department of Health, the DA's office, as well as a nonprofit called Arrive Alive, and it's the first of what's expected to be a few in the next couple years.
So we know fentanyl is a huge problem around the country, right? But Madison, what did Sacramento County numbers tell us locally about fentanyl-involved deaths, especially in teenagers?
Yeah, they're startling simply because they've gone up, especially over the last 2 years. So I asked the DA's office about this for specifics. And since January 2020 to July of this year, 30 teens have died due to fentanyl-involved deaths. Another stat that might surprise you and that was shared with students at the high school is that in the last 2 years, there have actually been more people who have died due to fentanyl than gun violence in Sacramento County.
Those stats are pretty hard to wrap your head around. All right, Madison, thanks so much for that live report.